All right, so Unit 2, Video 1, Part D, Finding Slope from a Graph. You have one of two ways to accomplish this. Pick out 2 points that meet at the intersection on the graph, or the crosshairs, and count from left to right the number of points it goes up or down, positive if it goes up, negative if it goes down, as well as how many points to the right. Or you can pick out 2 points that meet at the intersection, or the crosshairs, on the graph and plug them into the formula, m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right, so here's our graph. So for the first point, I could literally go from this point right here, okay? Since I'm reading the graph left to right, this point comes before that one if I'm looking at left to right, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4. I went up 4 times, so my y value of my slope is 4, and I go over 1. So my x value is 1. So my slope is 4 over 1. I could also figure out what these points are. I have 1, 1 for one of them, and I have 0, negative 3. And I can easily plug it back in. And I have negative 3 minus 1 over 0 minus 1, which equals negative 4 over negative 1, which is the same thing as 4 over 1. They both result in the same answer. It's just 2 different ways of getting there. All right, so again, I can do this just by counting. So I'm reading the graph left to right. So I'm going to start at this point, going to that point. So I go down 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've now gone down negative 4. And I go to the right, looks like 3 times. I went 1, 2, 3. Nope, 2. Sorry, messed up my hashes there. So this becomes negative 2 over 1. Now again, I can write down my points, and my points here are at 0, 3 and 2, negative 1, and do my math. So I get negative 1 minus 3 over 2 minus 0, and I get negative 4 over 2, which is negative 2 over 1. Both methods work, whatever your preference when you're given a graph. All right, you got to love this because you should be able to find the slope right away by looking at this, and you should say the slope is undefined because it is a vertical line, perfectly vertical, but you could pick, I could pick this point, and I could pick like that point, and if I did, I had 2, 2, and 2, 0, and I get 0 minus 2 over 2 minus 2, and I end up with negative 2 over 0. I can't divide anything by 0, so thus it's undefined. All right, so again, this should be one of those no-brainer. You're looking at it, you see a horizontal line, you say 0 for the slope, or slope of 0. But again, I could pick 2 points wherever I want to, and I could say, okay, so I have 1 point, which is 0, negative 1, and I have another point, 2, negative 1, and so then I get negative 1 minus negative 1 over 2 minus 0, which equals negative 1 plus 1, 0 over 2, so thus 0 works.